Sean Gibson signed somewhere else too. I know.
Nothing on this list here.
Yeah, there's been a lot of moves. I'm amazed more people haven't already went places.
Eric Weddle went to the Rams.
Yeah, that was a good pickup for the Rams. Plus, Eric Weddle really likes being over there.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's still a lot of moves to be made and stuff like that. So, a lot of stuff going on. I just wanted to kind of get Kevin thoughts on that. Hey, also, you got any more deals you want to discuss? I want to kind of go to you. I know you've been hearing this whole Russell Westbrook and Utah Jazz fan thing. Have you heard about that? So
yeah, I saw the video. Both people were at fault.
Yeah. Both.
One thing this day and age, Russell, I know you're mad and everything, but in this day and age, you can't go, I'm going to whoop your ass and your wife's too. You can't say, what did he say? I'm going to F you up.
And then I'm going to F your wife up too.
And your wife too. No, you can't say that. I don't care what he said to you. You cannot mention his wife. Mention him all you want to. But nowadays, you definitely can't say his wife.
Yeah, in the whole Me Too era, yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, you definitely cannot say, I'm going to fuck you up and I'm going to fuck your wife up.
Nah, the guy...
Unless you meant it in a completely different context.
You stupid.
But you still can't say that.
No, you stupid, bro. Apparently, I guess the fans said you need to get on your knees like you used to. But the fan said, he said that you need to ice your knees, bro. But then he said,
what are you doing icing your knees? And then supposedly that Russell looked back at him and said, it's not ice, it's heat. And then the guy said something else. And then Russell went, I'm going to F you up. That's according to the dude.
Apparently, to a lot of...
According to everybody else. Yeah. According to everybody else, he said something stupid, and then Russell went, I'm going to F you up.
Apparently, this is not Russell's first run-in with Utah fans either. And
this is nobody's first run-in with Utah fans.
Yeah.
Utah fans, they may be some of the religious people on earth, but they are assholes.
Yeah, I guess they showed one last year when they played in the playoffs, and one of the fans in the front row was like yelling at Russell, "Hey, Russell, you ready to lose, boy? You ready to lose?" Russell's like, whoa, call security guard over. You need to get your man over here. Over here being loud and shouting skinnies at me. And apparently, I guess
can't call anybody boy either.
No. Listen, the way the world is going nowadays, you sneeze and it's sensitive. You can't say that. But yeah, you can't say boy. Anyway, they put.
Don't call nobody boy. Don't tell anybody to get on their knees.
But you already,
as a player, you can't tell people you gonna F them up.
But you already know when it comes to social media, they find receipts. They find some old tweets of him saying, Russell, and then hashtagging the Magna, and then they find out where he worked on LinkedIn. So he deleted. Oh God, yeah, they went to work. They went to work on that dude. They went to work. They were
like, got him.
So apparently Russell got fined $25,000, which is
he got $25,000, and then the dude got kicked out of everything that ever happens there again.
And apparently he's going to take Russell to court.
Wow.
So
yeah, taking him to court.
Yeah, I know. Say he's gonna take.
You're gonna take Russell to court because
you acting like a clown. Oh, so okay, Kevin. I think we and you both been here. We go to a lot of sporting events. You don't drink alcohol there, so on your part, you're smart enough.
No, because it costs too much.
Exactly. I know.
And if I get drunk at that place, I ain't got no fun.
So I know a little bit better to stop drinking when the sports start. I drink some before I go to the game, because I am watching.
I think anytime I go to a sporting event, I'm not going to drink because I want to enjoy the game.
Yeah, fair enough. I just want to get a little. Me personally, I get a little buzz going. and I drank a little bit before the game.
You have to. You usually go to Magic games, so you have to. It's automatic.
Exactly. So, I just drank a little bit before I go to games, but I know there are some fans that are very obnoxious, and it's cool to trash talk and boom at the free throw line and stuff like that because it's home court advantage. But you start talking about the man's family and stuff like that, and kids and everybody like that. It's like it's a certain level of respect, man. At the end of the day, these guys are human too. Yeah, they're freaks of nature because they're athletes and do things that we would ever do. But you got to have the respect for them as well. So
you can't. There's certain lines you do not cross. You do not cross the color barrier, and you do not cross into people's family.
Yes.
You can tell the dude he looks like a Ninja Turtle all you want to.
Fair point. You
can tell the dude he's uglier than some but you can't. You things you cannot go over. You can't go, hey boy, you sure do got a pretty mouth or whatever. You can't.
No. And was the Utah Jazz right for banning this fan? And definitely, I mean, what would you have done if you was in their scenario, their shoes?
If who was in whose shoes? Russell?
No, if you was in Utah, the Utah Jazz shoes that pretty much just banned this fan indefinitely. Is it the right call? It's a season ticket holder. But you always got more. Though Utah's a successful team, they're not losing, so they're not begging for tickets holders to come there to watch the Utah Jazz. But
you gotta go through a thorough investigation and find out what got said, who said it. Look at every video of everybody taking video around it. Find out what was said. If what he said was inappropriate, he needed to be gone. And that's what they did. They went through all their investigation, found out what he said was inappropriate, and now he's gone. I would have done the exact same thing.
Yeah. Well, the NBA always do this. So the NFL and any sporting event you go to, they always tell you their conduct of policy before the game.
Yeah, but how many times does that get listened to?
That's true. But like I said, I go to so many of them games. I just hear it.
The only reason why now it's so apparent, and when people do something stupid as a game, is because every single person has a device where they can record you being an idiot.
Yeah.
That's the reason it's different now. Because you think back in the day, if you went to Philly or anything like that, you didn't hear some bad stuff? Dude, it's the nature of just the escalation of technology, the way that the world is right now, mm-hmm. and the way we view certain things. It's all an evolution of everything that has been going on in the world.
Well,
when the world has changed, views on certain things have changed. Because this kind of stuff back in the day probably went on 5 million times and you never heard about it. But now, because of the society and everything that we live in, and with the technology and everything that we have, you're going to hear about it in an instant. And you're going to see it. Because how many times has probably, Jordan went to Boston, got yelled at in that exact same way that Russell got yelled at, and probably yelled back at the people just the way that Russell did. But you didn't know about it because it didn't get videotaped. Yeah. Now you have a guy sitting there with a phone dead on Russell Westbrook, as he's getting yelled at, and he's yelling back stuff at people. That's the way it is now. We know about everything that goes on because we always have somebody recording it.
Yeah. And of course we know.
And that's where everybody has to be careful. But nobody thinks about it at the time.
No, and this is coming from the point where we know who Russell is, so of course Kevin gonna be on him, not the fan. And so now we, hear what the fans got to say.
But the fans over there yelling, and everybody's got a camera on him too.
Yeah.
Because that's how it is nowadays. So we're going to find out eventually if you do something stupid or not. That's just the way it is. With a camera on anybody, we're going to find out if you done something stupid or not. That's why I never point a camera at any of y'all whenever we go out anyway.
Thank you. You're not Alex.
Because I know some of y'all do something stupid.
Yeah, appreciate it. You're not Alex who would, record us and post it on Facebook and stuff like that. So thank you.
Exactly.
Never know, man. I might be going in for a big interview someday. And so we found this video of you dancing, very provocative. You want to explain that, Mr. Paul? Plead the fifth. I'll walk out in this conversation right now. This is a done deal. One more thing before we wrap it up. Well, as you know, the Lakers are planning to rest LeBron on back-to-backs. He's only going to get 25 minutes a game. And then there was an article that came out today with Magic Johnson accusing the Pelicans of not negotiating good faith.
Violin for them.
And saying that the Pelicans don't trade Anthony Davis to the Lakers. They're just not going to do it. This Lakers stuff is just not dying, huh? We already know they're not going to make the playoffs. And yeah, they're struggling right now. Even though they beat the Bulls last night, but the pressure's off. So now they're actually is going to go ahead and I guess play pressure free.
Look here, can we have one podcast where we have a LeBron and Laker free show?
That's your request, huh?
Like, they are out of it. I don't care. I don't care. Woo-hoo, let me go get the world's smallest violin out and play it for LeBron. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Bum. Everybody out.
All right.
That's it. That's the only time they get mentioned.
There it is. No more stuff there. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, not really. Basketball season's kind of winding down now. Now we're getting in the playoff push.
Yeah, playoff push. You got March Madness coming up here. Isn't Selection Sunday coming up?
Selection Sunday is Sunday.
Obviously. On St. Patty's Day. So you'll be seeing a lot of green. Maybe there's
every team with green in their colors gets in.
See, this is why I don't want to look ignorant because I don't watch much college basketball. Did Notre Dame?
Yeah, don't say nothing.
Notre Dame. Yeah. What they're like right now? Notre Dame, are they good or not? I don't know either. Okay.
Screw Notre Dame.
I'm just thinking the luck of the Irish. I don't know, man. The Fighting Irish.
I pay attention to my team that has green in it.
There you go. So,
that's all I care about.
For sure.
We have green somewhere in there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stay tuned for me and Kevin. You can follow the podcast page at Boss Not Court.
I like how you just randomly giggle about stuff that there's nothing to giggle. You just giggle. It was like, what did you say? No.
I laughed about the Fighting Irish thing. What are you talking about? And you say you root for a team that's green. That's not randomly giggling.
I root for a team that's got green in it. I don't care nothing about Notre Dame.
That's what I was giggling about, man. I ain't giggling about nothing.
I said that we have you sometimes though you giggle about nothing.
No, I don't know about that.
Like pancakes, I mean, you just giggle.
Well, pancakes are delicious, and I'm out of syrup.
That's it. Here you go. You got the giggle.
You just remind me. You just remind me. I gotta get some syrup, man. Let go of my ego, bro. I'm done, man. All right. Thank you, sir. I can be funny sometimes.
I got very rarely.
Oh gosh, this guy. At In the Mind of CP, you can follow me on Twitter, Mr. Carter.
Kevin C 2415. Sorry, I ain't got no fancy in the mind of or something like that.
But your name has meaning too, so I mean, it's got a meaning behind it.
That's the numbers they gave me.
There you go. Yeah, right. My mind's all messed up. I'm just saying, you want to come in my mind? Be prepared, be warned.
That's why we stay on Twitter during basketball season. Because every Magic game, there is at least 26 tweets of Magic basketball.
Especially when I'm off. But when I'm working, when I go to break, like you saw one last night, Hello Darkness, we meet again.
Hello Darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, I was like, yep, I'm getting there. the podcast page. You can go to Facebook, type in Balls Not Court Podcast, give us a like, shout, comment there. You go to Podomatic by typing it in the -cp.podomatic.com. We are on iTunes, TuneIn Radio.